Afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. The old saying, just because you stopped at one job doesn't mean you're not ready to go on the start the other one. So good afternoon. There's the Wolfie boy holding fort on the back porch. I did manage to go over to the lumber yard today, but of course at one time I don't choose to pick and load my own lumber. The lumber yard dick comes running over. Oh, so yeah, I help you. You know, I didn't even have the big ones out, right? And he's like, oh, I can help you load that up. Just pop the trunk. So you know, I wanted to get some 2x4s for blocking. And welcome to part 2 of the shower adventure. I thought if I had a chance, I'd do a little blocking in there too for the hand, you know, for the grab handles and all that kind of stuff, sort of reinforce the wall. So the guy puts this freaking green lumber in. I hate this crap. It weighs twice as much as kiln line dried lumber, right? You know, because it's all wet, you know. So he snuck that in on me, 4 pieces of that. So I paid kiln dried price, which doesn't seem like a lot till you go to screw in this stuff with the 3-inch drywall screws. You really got to lubricate them to get them in good, but I guess I'll have to end up pre-drilling that to get it through. And I got some silicone seal for the top. I picked up another bucket of drywall mud today. Probably going to herniate myself on that. We're up to what, 250 pounds of drywall mud so far. But I got a weight break today, guys. This was 61.7 pounds, and the other brand is 62.5. So ooh, I gave myself a break today. So I don't know. I couldn't sleep last night, so I ran out and I second coated the windows around with them. I know, call me crazy after I did the upload. I was out here till about 1 o'clock last night, right? I know. You do get ambitious and everything. So today we're gonna set the pan today over here. We left that off last night because we were missing the chooch for the pipe hookup. We got that now, and I'm gonna get that set into place, and I'm gonna pop down some drywall mud too, because a friend of mine that watches all the vids and especially enjoys the construction vids said, you know, make sure you set some drywall mud down there underneath the base of it, even though this has a fully flanged out base on all sides. There won't be any flexing with the construction. This would be still good to pop some drywall mud and then set it on it in the middle. So I will do that, and thank you for that advice. And then I'm going to remove a couple. I'm just going to remove all the panels out of here and go ahead and try to do some blocking if I get enough done tonight. So yeah, some people are like, where's the afternoon chooches? Well, this is it. Until further notice, the drywall queen is suspended afternoon chooches with the boy, and this is what we're going to be doing for a while now, because I really want to make sure come tomorrow, I'd really love to be able to blast this ceiling down, give it its final sanding, and then be able to prime, catch the walls. Should be able to just sand these down. These should be good to go. You know, they're second coated and everything like that. So I'm hoping, I got my fingers crossed, that tonight's gonna be the magic on this. So we shall see. So yeah, the guy was pretty cute. I will get revenge on that lumber dick. I tell you, when I go back there, and I'm just gonna say, you dick. You know, you put that. You know, because I'm a chick, you put that green lumber in for 2x4s, and I'm going to grab you by... Alright, guys. That's what we're going to use to set the pan there. It's going to keep that really stable. The custom blend, the thin set mortar, is going to be awesome. That'll keep that pan from rocking in there. It'll keep it really stable. It'll never flex or work loose. There we go, and that's the way, there we go, there's the way the mud is set around the perimeter and ready to set the pan, and the thin set ready mix goes really, really fast. and it sets up quick, so there's no time to dick around. All right, let's get on with the show. Everything was all checked for level. It's all set in on the mortar bed here. Looking really good, really firm. You do a little shimming over here to make sure that it's hitting the studs back there and it's not flexing at all. So the next thing to do now is install the panels, and we will be good to go. And the down drain is all right. There's the did the cutout for the valve there, and got it all placed. Had to double up the 2x4 here. Lucky I picked up some today because that lip came out a little more than I figured it would, but it's gonna rock up real good there with no problem. So it's all set in, and the next thing we do is just do the valving here. Well, I have to say that really did go in like a dream, that shower. And I'm not gonna put the Eustachian plate on it tonight, because if I'm drywalling here, things might get scratched working around here. I had to double up, as I mentioned, that 2x4 to give something to for this flange to hook onto. That wasn't really planned into it, but it'll be fine. It'll be good. Make a nice corner there, and just drywall in with the finished edge. Seal that with a little bit of silicone, and that'll be perfect down that edge there. So now what I want to do is add some more blocking. I added some blocking last night. I want to remove these sheets back here and add the blocking for a grab bar for the toilet here, and that should be good to go. I don't need even a hanging chooch that hold bathroom toiletries and stuff can hang there, no problem at all, just with anchors. So I don't need anything behind there. So yeah, let me get that off and get that blocking done. I'm going to review the height requirements for the grab bar. Since I'm now adding blocking, I've removed the sheetrock. I want to come inside just to double check the standards. And it says the bars can be 1¼ inch, 1.5 inch diameter, so long as they're the required length, with a flange of 3 to 3¼ inches diameter. So I have to make sure I have enough area for the flange to seat down with the screws. So the grab bars should be installed in a horizontal position 33 inches to 36 inches above the finished floor, measure to the top of the gripping surface. So that's why we want 33. So we're going to go to 34 inches, and that will accommodate any floor finishes and all that. So yeah, that's going to be good. It's worth double checking. You can see I got the first one. I have it on end instead of the 2x4 on its short side here. The trick is to make sure that's really nice and level in there, because I want to be able to hold a ruler against that and take a picture for future reference, plus or minus a ½ inch for the floor height. I want to be able to refer to that as a reference mark, and I may actually double up below that to give a little more potential surface to hold on to. So I'm going to cut the other top side. When you can see I have my marks here for where I want it to be, so I'll go ahead and cut that now. Okay, one thing I learned over the years, when you're doing grab bars and you're trying to reinforce walls, you put that sheetrock and you get on to doing other jobs, and pretty soon you forget where you have those heights for that to go hook the grab bars in. So what I like to do is put the folding rule next to it and mark it toilet grab, and I know it's a toilet grab bar, and then I take a picture of it here, and then it's marked and the location's marked, so the future I'll always know that I've got the height references for screwing into with no messing around on the wall. Once that sheetrock's in, the skim coated, I don't want to play hide and go seek with placing the grab bar. All right, that piece hung up real good right back there. We got plenty of backing behind there now. One of the things I didn't like when I started to examine the location of the sink was placing a potential mirror. So what I want to do now, I'm not happy with the location of this. I want to get my reciprocating saw and cut out some of this so I can mount this on the other side here. undo the wiring and put it straight up in there and mount it on that side. That'll give me about two more inches or so, which will be enough clearance comfortably for a mirror. So I think I'm going to do that now. Oops, dropped that there. Hey, if you're doing remodeling projects and you want to do demo quick and take care of business, there's nothing like a Sawzall Milwaukee. Man, this baby makes it easy. Get through these nails and all this crap, and we'll get this blocked out here, or get this relieved here. This 2x4. Just saw right in there and grab her out. Boy, that's a bad camera shot, huh? Just shaking around and shit, huh? And just like that, we got that shifted over, and we got plenty of clearance over here to pop that in. I'm going to put some blocking back here probably tomorrow for some good corner support for the drywall. I picked up plenty of 2x4s today, and I'll just sister them onto it, meaning I'll just screw them on there, and that'll give a back plate to hook in the side here. It'll be better than it was before. I can't use this piece anyway because this is now out of position. Plus, I didn't put in the vanity light junction box here, up here. So remember, up here when you flip the light on, not only is it going to turn on the light over the top of the sink, but it's also going to fire up the light up there over top of the shower. So, okay, I'm going to pop on that end piece now. But before I do that, I want to talk about additional blocking. You know, some wheelchairs, you know, if you're in a medical condition that's declining maybe over time and you're losing strength in your arms and things, one of the things that you might want to have in the bathroom next to the toilet is sort of a fold down bar that swings up out of the way when it's not being used. Let's say Jen was here and her legs were a little thicker and she needs some extra support someday to help lift off the toilet there. What she could have is the bar that just sits in an upright position until she comes in. She can lower that, and then when she's done using the toilet, she can push up off of that, and when she's back in her wheelchair, she can just push it up again or leave it to the next person can push it up. So you know, we got the 33-inch blocking here, so we're probably going to put some extra blocking. You can see where the toilet's going to sit there. So I'm going to try to slide some blocking in here. It's going to be a little difficult with these angle cuts and stuff, so I'll probably just sister some of the material onto there. But I've got to be careful because I got pipes running through there and everything like that. So see what I can do. Okay, we've beefed up next to the toilet with a hell of a lot of blocking here, and just for reference, I'll note that it's 30 inches. The meaty part's 28 to 32 inches over from the wall over here, and I'll know that it's about 30 inches high for the drop down. So that'll be fine as long as it's not above 34 inches. So what that does is actually drop down off the wall and then lift back up again when it's not in use. So, okay, in other words, it's an arm that comes down here and then raises back up. It's like an armrest. Okay, so that's the way we do it. So I took a picture of that for future reference too. Ooh, it's rolling along good, but it's starting to get late and I'm getting tired. So one of the things I talked about earlier was adding blocking here. For the corner, for this sheet of drywall over here, there's just not enough meat here to grab onto it. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So I want to add back some blocking into here, these 2x4s. Doesn't have to be the whole distance, but I like to have these corners really secure, especially because I've now shifted over the GFI, the ground fault interrupter outlet, which also feeds the heater which is our little building secret here, over here in this wall. So I want to make sure I can get that in good and tight. So I'm going to go ahead and add blocking, and that'll be the last thing I do
all
tonight.
good. So the first thing I'll do tomorrow is fit that up.
Remember, this is our what we call our bozo piece, because when the inspections are all done, we're going to hook up the little 1500 watt heater and have that in here, so when somebody's taking a shower or using the bathroom, they can flip that on and get some power. It's GFI protected, so in case some dope spills water over the side onto it, it'll it's on the load side. It's not on the line side. It's on the load side, which means everything downstream from the GFI will trip in case of shorting or something like that. So there's no hazard on that whatsoever. So it has been a good night. As usual, it doesn't look like a hell of a lot. Well, maybe it does tonight with the shower and all that stuff. We still got miles to go with flooring and hot water heater and cabinets to be ordered. Yeah, but we are gradually getting there, and that's all that counts. So guys, for Tuesday night, tomorrow's my day off ostensibly, but I will be in here bright and early after the morning chooch and hitting it hard. We got a crap load to do. The thing I want to get done, I want to get this, try to get this taped and mudded tomorrow, right? Everything in here, because Saturday I want to sand down the whole shooting match. I've already snuck in and double coated around the windows and everything, so I have been working my ample fanny off here. So I am so glad you guys have been along. Another great night at the office. All right, thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow.